everybody, welcome to my channel. I am Venus, and today I'm going to take you through a yoga sequence to help through the psoas and the hip flexor areas, kind of some deep stretching to help untighten the hips a little bit and give you a little bit more mobility, flexibility. We're going to start off in child's pose. If you're not already on your mat, go ahead and get on the mat. You're going to bring your big toes together, knees apart, and walk your fingers forward, pressing back through the hips to get situated here. Always the first minute you kind of getting situated. If it helps to press back through the hips, and Lingley's going to join us today. If it helps to press your hips back by grabbing onto the edge of the mat, you can do that. Otherwise, just pushing through your hands, widening through the shoulder blades, hips back. You can rest your head on the mat. Use your Ujjayi breathing here, in and out through your nose, the same intervals. Feeling the breath on the back of your throat. Really press through the back of your hips. Let's take one more breath. And we're going to gently walk up and come into our fire log pose. If you are unable to do fire log pose, you're welcome to sit with one shin in front of the other. In your fire log pose, you can start by bringing one heel over to the knee, and then you're going to press down as you readjust your foot underneath. So you're actually sitting with your ankle to knee on both sides. If you need a prop here, like your block or a pillow, feel free to grab it now, use it. And then we're just going to walk our fingertips forward. Like I said, the first couple seconds, you want to adjust your body here. And drop the head, hanging it loose, feeling a stretch in both of the hips. Navel to spine, relax the arms. Again, pressing back through the hips. And gently walk the hands back up. You're going to drop your foot down so your knee comes up, and either bringing your elbow to the inside and twisting back, sitting up tall through the spine, or you can also hug onto your knee, sitting up really tall, feeling a nice stretch in the outer hip area. One more breath. And we'll do that same sequence on the opposite side. Come around. And then you're going to place the opposite foot under, either starting with your heel up and bring it down into that ankle. If you're unable to get all the way down, don't worry about it. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. You're just going down as far as what your body allows with that knee. And then walk the hands forward. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the hands, coming back on the hips. And breathing, really feeling your breath on the back of your throat. Hey, Ling Ling. This is my kitty Ling Ling. She likes to join me sometimes. And then gently walk back up, placing the foot down. And doing that same thing, you can either hug your knee towards you, sitting up really tall through the spine, or you can also bring your elbow in front, pressing your knee in, smiling of course. We're just untightening here through the hip area. And come back around and we'll come into our tabletop. On hands and knees, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Looking down at the floor, just take a few breaths here. Maybe wag your hips side to side. Just really make it your own kind of relaxing movement, just to help loosen up the hips. And then curl your toes under. We're going to come up into a downward facing dog. Whether your feet are flat on the floor or not, it doesn't matter. You want to press your hips back. From here, we're going to bring the right leg over behind the front leg. You can bend down into that knee in the front, but you want to feel a stretch on the back of your legs. And then come up, and let's do the same thing on the opposite side. You're just going to bring that leg behind you, feet facing forward, drop the knee, bend in the front knee. Trying to keep your hips lined up with the floor. And then come back up into your downward facing dog. Now I want you to lift your right leg up high and then bring it through. Framing your foot with your hands, come down on the knee. Sitting up, you're going to come into your low lunge. Really curling the tailbone under. It makes you sit up a lot taller for this. Breathe. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, just lifting up through the arms. Lift up through your neck, just your neck. And then bring the arms down. Curl that back toe under and lift. Bring the hand flat on the floor as your opposite of your front leg. And then take that same hand on the same side of your leg. Up overhead into your twist. Being sure to breathe here in and out of your moves. Bring your arm down. And the leg comes back. And then you're going to lift the other leg up as high as you can get it. And come on through. Framing the foot. And come down on your knee into your low lunge on the opposite side. Curling through the tailbone. Shoulders away from the ears. And then let's bring our arms down again. And lift up through the back leg on your toes. Hand comes up as you twist to the side. Arms up overhead. Breathe. And come back around. Let's take a vinyasa here if you'd like, or just come in your downward facing dog. Bring one hand in because you're going to come into your lizard pose. So you're going to bring the foot to the outside, sliding down with that hip. Adjust your leg if you need to. Keep the heel and the knee even. You can stay here in your lizard pose, maybe even rolling the foot to the side, feeling a nice stretch through the thigh there. Or you can even come down further on the elbows and open up a little bit more. Take a few breaths here. You can have that back foot flat on the mat or leave your toes curled under. Broaden through the shoulders. Gently walk your hands back up. Gently, whenever you're stretching out in a deep stretch, you want to really take your time coming back out of it. You'll be in your tabletop. And we'll come back into our downward facing dog. Bring your hand in, the right hand in a little bit. Lift that back leg up high and through, placing it outside your hand, sliding down through the hip. Again, you can choose to stay here or roll the foot. So you're rolling kind of not on your ankle, but towards the ankle and the baby toe to open. Stay here, or you can come down, resting on your elbows and trying as hard as you can to keep that pelvis and your hip area level with the mat. Breathing. Broadening through the shoulder, trying to press the shoulders back. If you feel like you're rolling too hard on the outer foot, just come back in a little bit because you don't want to feel any pain through there. You just want to be comfortable. And then slowly come back up. And then bring that foot back into the tabletop position. Breathe. Bring one hand in. We're going to thread the needle here. So you're going to raise the other arm up and drop down all the way through, landing on your shoulder, pressing the bottom arm. You want to press the shoulder into the mat with your hand. The other hand you can bring up overhead, pressing into the armpit. Breathing if you'd like. You can also bring the hand back behind you, resting it on your hip. And breathing and smiling. Unclenching through the jaw. And then gently bring your arm around. Pressing back up into your tabletop. And then lift the arm up high on the opposite side and thread it through. Bring your ear down to the mat. Bring your other arm up overhead, pressing down into the shoulders on both sides. Or again, you can bring that arm and place it back behind you. And then bring it back. And then gently come up. We're going to end this way, the way we started, in child's pose. But this time you're going to keep your knees together, big toes together, navel to spine. And slowly press your heart forward as you bring your arms back. And drop the head. Maybe rock side to side. Nice massage on your forehead. Breathing, drop the shoulders down, relax. Again, relax through the jaw. Find some stillness here. Still using that Ulaji breath. Let's take 5 deep breaths here. Relaxing. Relaxing. Sinking into the pose. Slowly lifting your forehead up. Let's bring it in. Tucking the chin. We're going really slow here. Feeling vertebra through vertebra. Before lifting, sliding the hands forward to the knees. Rolling the shoulders back. And sitting up really tall. I'm going to come this way. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I hope it helps give you a little bit more movement through your hip area. And the psoas area will help with that too. You're welcome to do this a few times a week to really help. And after a few weeks, you should really notice a big difference through the hip area. Thank you again for joining me. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. And like or comment, I would love to hear from you. Let's close with a chant of Om, or inhale and exhale one time, really deep. Palms together at the heart, Anjali Mudra. Inhale. Om. Namaste.